What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, I want to talk about something we've chatted on this channel quite a bit over the past couple of years, and that is sell pressure as we potentially move up. And you can see SPS has been doing well. I got another video that already came out about that. But here I want to focus on the sentiment that we've kind of jokingly referred to, right? Hey, so what's your exit price, right? All the people who are, upset or sad or disappointed or angry about, the situation over the past couple of years, we're told that they're just waiting, ready to sell out. And I always ask, genuinely, like, okay, what's your exit price, right? Like, what is, like, when SPS reaches what, you're gonna hit smash sell, right? And be like, I'm finally done with this game, right? And my reason for trying to find that is because I'm literally just trying to see what the different potential resistances would be. But the truth of it is, the more I think about it, especially after these last couple of months, I believe, and this is just me, and I know I'm gonna get called out for being probably way too optimistic here, but I personally believe if the game recovers, then a lot of that sentiment was really just bluffing. Now, if you are one of those people that's just like, hey, I'm gonna sell out, right, and I'm sick of this game, it's whatever, then again, I ask the same question. At what point are you selling out? What does SPS have to reach? What do cards have to reach? I'm just curious. What is your game plan? And I know maybe people don't want to say that because then they'll get front run. But the truth is, I used to joke, half joke, that people would get greedy, right? If they see the numbers start to go up, they'll get greedy and think that we can go further. But I think there's something else there, right? Yes, greed plays a factor, but I'm not trying to paint everybody in one brushstroke. Greed plays a factor, but the other part, I think, is belief or reconviction in the project. You've stuck with it for so long. You've just, you've either complained or whatever. And the thing is, and hey, I'm calling myself out too, right? So like, I've definitely had my issues with a lot of the direction that either the team or the DAO has taken, right? The community has taken over the past couple of years. But the thing is, now you get to a certain point, and let's say, again, just hypothetically, this is not a price prediction, but let's say SPS all of a sudden gets to 3, 4, 5 cents. And I look at those as magical numbers because then the earnings at the top start to become significant. All of a sudden, we can start to have an Axie moment if the game is marketed effectively, whether officially through team channels or unofficially through people like myself and people, and the folks on X, the community there, just talking about the fact that, players are earning $25, $50 a day. That's going to draw attention, and a lot of attention in the early parts of a bull run, I'd say, which could, in a sense, then become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Or more people come in, you get that life spiral. People want and need SPS, so they buy it or they rent it. It becomes scarce, so therefore the price goes up, meaning that the rewards are worth more, right? So this is what I'm talking about. Whether that happens or not, the belief is there. Once you have conviction or once you have reconviction, and that's where the focus of the video is, right? If you can see SPS going from 0.004 up to 3, 4, 5 cents, but more importantly, the team delivering on what they said they would deliver, even if it was a little bit later than what we all had hoped and expected, and the community starting to rally around the fact that, hey, sentiment is good, earnings are good, new cards, right? New rewards, new cards, new system, promos, mini set, all this stuff, people just getting naturally excited about this game taking the next step in its evolution. I think that conviction or that reconviction is going to weigh in way more than people realize, right? Yes, greed is a huge part, especially when we get to the crazier parts of the bull run, if we do get a bull run. But that conviction, I think, is what's going to make people stay. So that's just the thesis, or what's been going around in my head the last couple of days as I've started to see a lot of the sentiment shift, right? A lot of the folks that have been saying, hey, this game is dead, I'm waiting to sell out, blah, blah, blah. they're either not talking anymore, or they've come around and been like, I'm kind of thinking like buying more cards, or whatever the case is, right? So this is more so just like an open conversation with you guys and the folks who are planning to sell out, right? I want to know where those levels are still, because I'm curious to see if that reconviction will be a real thing. And there were people that sold out, so I don't want it to seem like this is all just rainbows and butterflies, right? There were definitely people who left the game, and I actually applaud them for their conviction, right? They looked at the situation, they made the decision that they didn't want to stay in here and that they could find better opportunities elsewhere, and I genuinely hope that they did, right? I genuinely hope that they did. I mean, of course, I want Splinterlands to do well too, but if they left and they did their own thing, I wish them well. What I'm curious about are the folks that have stuck around, right, dragging their feet, and are maybe still saying like, hey, as soon as SPS gets to this level, I'm going to sell. But so far, I haven't been seeing that much of that. I mean, there's still a lot of people saying, oh, the game is dead and all that. And that's, again, that's fine, right? Like, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I'm not going to judge you on it. I'm literally just curious for the folks that have had that mentality over the last couple of years, right? Like, man, this game is a failed project. Leadership sucks. The community sucks. I just can't wait to get out, right? I'm just sticking around long enough that I can sell my assets at not a 90% loss, and then I'll be out of here. I'm curious, has your sentiment changed now that we're starting to see a shift overall, not just for the market, but specifically for Splinterlands, specifically for SPS? So that's all I have for you guys in this video. Again, it's just an open conversation with those folks. And again, maybe I'm not tapped into everything that's going on. I check Discord every once in a while. I'm on X every once in a while, but I'm just not seeing that in the comments section here or in either of those forums, right? So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm curious to know, I did that sentiment shift video yesterday, which was actually quite popular. Got a lot of interesting feedback on that. But I'm curious to know how your sentiment has been shifted, if it has, for any of those that were ready to sell out. And if you've changed your mind, or as I was talking about earlier, if there is a reconviction happening here that, hey, you know what? I didn't buy into Matt's first 12 months, but damn, this is starting to look a little bit better than what I thought was going to happen. So that's all I have. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'll catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.